Good people out there in the real estate world. Daniel Frankson, your Atlanta real estate resource. Video number 4 of a 9-part series of the steps in the home selling process. If you didn't see the first 3 videos, you could check them out. There'll be a link in the description below. But this particular video is step number 4. And in my opinion, this is a critical step. And there are so many realtors out there that don't really place much emphasis on this step, and I think that's a mistake, right? But step number 4 is preparing your property for professional photography, for listing photos. As I mentioned before, professional photography when it comes to listing photos is imperative. In my professional opinion, it should be mandatory. Right? So in other words, you should never have a listing agent come to take listing photos using their cell phone. I don't care if it's the newest iPhone out there with the high-tech camera. It's not sufficient enough. You want to have a professional photographer that is experienced at taking real estate photos to come in and do that professional photography. As a part of the services that I offer, this is an expense that I undertake. It's something I do for all of my listings. So professional photography. And before we have the photographer come in, we want to ensure that the house is ready for the photographer to come in. So if there were any repairs that were needed, those have been done. Any paint that was needed, has been done. But there are also some simple things that we want to be sure of as well. So I'll just give you a quick example. Some of the basics when I'm preparing a home for professional photography, for listing photos. In the kitchen, we're not gonna have a million items on the countertop. So we're gonna put the paper towels up, we're gonna put the dishwashing soap under the sink. We don't even want the sink stopper, just sitting out on the countertop. We wanna clear the countertop so that when folks see those listing photos and they're taking a look at the kitchen, they get a full sense of what the kitchen has to offer in terms of countertop space, countertop depth, cabinet space, things of that nature. We're trying to highlight those features of the home and not necessarily highlight what brand washing liquid you use, right? When it comes to bathrooms, you want to make sure that the toilet seats are down. I hate seeing photos and the toilet seats are up. It doesn't make sense. You want to make sure that all your light bulbs are working. You don't want to have pictures where there's 4 lights in a room and 2 are on and 2 are blown out. Again, these sound like pretty, basic things, but you'd be surprised how many times we see listings and some of these things are there. The clutter, you don't want any clutter in your photographs. You just want very clean, simple, the space to be clean and simple, so the photographer can come in and capture the house in the best light possible. Some definite no-nos when it comes to listing photos. You definitely, after the holidays, you don't want to have listing photos done and just, for example, you still have the Christmas tree up, and so now a buyer is looking at your listing in February and they're seeing a Christmas tree, or they're seeing Halloween decorations or Thanksgiving decorations. So you want to make sure that, if you're taking photos around the holidays, you might want to wait, clear that stuff up first, and then have the photographer come in and do the picture. You definitely don't want to have pictures done on laundry day. You'd be surprised how many times I've come across listings and it could be a beautiful home and you see a picture of the master bedroom and there's dirty laundry, either by the bed or in the closet. Definitely is not encouraging me to go out and take a closer look at that home. So again, professional photography, I have a whole list of things that I like to have in place and I advise my sellers to do prior to the photographer coming out. And in my professional opinion, this just helps to ensure that when we take those photos, they come out as clean and crisp and highlight the house in the best light possible, because in this day and age, those photographs, you cannot underestimate how important they are. They are going to be the first introduction of your property to the market and encourage buyers to come out and take a look in person. So you want those to be as close to perfect as possible. So again, step number 4, professional photography. I think this is a mandatory step, and I can't stress enough. If your realtor is not willing to spend the money for professional photography, you might want to give me a call, all right? Again, Daniel Frankson. Like, share, subscribe, notification, check the description below, and I'm always here to assist you guys with anything that you need real estate related, all right? Take care.